evening. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp, and welcome to Back to Basics. This is the second one that we're doing. The first one that we did, I showed you the basic stamps, ink, paper, and today we're going to add a few more elements. So here are the elements that we used last week. The stamp set, the markers, the cardstock, and the memento. So these classes are to help you add on to what we've created last week. So, excuse me. First we'll start with what we did last month. I said last week, I meant last month. Anyway, so these are the cards that we did. One was just stamping or coloring on the stamp and then stamping. And then the next one was stamping and then coloring. And we did the same for these, just different stamps. So tonight, we're going to add cardstock and designer series paper. So since I chose the 2022-2024 in colors, here are the 4 or 5, I should say, 5 in colors. Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Night, and Orchid Oasis. And these designer series papers, you can purchase a pack of these, and I think you get 4 sheets of each in the pack. And the designer series paper, there are 4 designs of each color. Let's see if I can fan these out. They're not fanning very well, are they? So you can see that they have plaid in each color and floral in each color, and then on the other side there's dots and stripes. Same thing. So we're going to start by going through what we did last week. The first one was stamping a blank one and then coloring it in with these Stampin' Write markers. They're very easy to color in. And the next one that we did was, got them all lined up here, coloring in the stamp and then stamping it. Now I'm going to introduce you to a third method. I'm going to take my stamp, same stamp. So I'm trying to show you all the different things that you can do with these stamps. And I'm going to take the individual colors. So I have all the stamp pads here. And one by one, I'm going to stamp in that color. Let me just get my stamp cleaner ready. So this is the stamp and scrub pad. You can't, I don't know if you can see it, but there are raindrops here so that you know that this is the wash side. And then on this side, I don't know if you can tell, there's a sun, so that this is the dry side. And I'm spraying it with Stampin' Mist. I just spray it on the raindrop side, and I'll get it ready for after I stamp. So the first one we're going to do is Orchid Oasis. Some people seem to like the monochromatic look, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just ink it up, stamp it. I like to hold it there for just a minute, let the ink sink in. So there's the Orchid Oasis. It's pretty, isn't it? And now I'm just going to take my ink and close it. And then now I've got my wet side and my dry side. And now it's all clean and ready for the next color. I have Starry Sky. This is a quick and easy way to make some awesome looking cards, if I do say so myself. Tap, tap, tap. You don't want to squish down on it. You'll get ink all up in here and you'll catch edges. You don't want that. Just a little tap, tap, tap. Alright. There's the Starry Sky. You don't need to see me clean it again now that I've shown you. But now it's all clean. Parakeet Party. It's a nice bright neon green. One of my daughter's favorite colors. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter day. It was pretty busy for me this last week because I'm a church administrator. Yeah. It's brighter in person. So, of course, Holy Week brings about a whole bunch of work. But you know what? The services were wonderful, so it was worth it. Tahitian Tide. Nice pretty blue. Tap, tap, tap. And you can see the shine to make sure that you got the whole stamp. That's what I was looking at, in case you were wondering. You just never know. Alright. Not pretty. Clean it. Close it. It's not clicking. There we go. And the Sweet Sorbet. This is kind of like a blonde strawberry color. It's very pretty. Well, they're all pretty. I like them all. There. Not pretty? Alright. Away goes the ink. Scrub my stamp. So now comes the fun part. I'm going to make two different sets of cards. So I have, the first one is the Tahitian Tide, and you can use, I have 4 sides to choose from. I have to decide which one I want to do. So, when I'm making a card and I kind of know what I'm doing, I like put it over the different ones to see which one I like better. Flip it over. Oh, I like that, but I don't know, that's a tough one. I like the plaid. I think I'll go with the plaid. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, which is a double-sided tape runner. I just put a new one in, so I shouldn't have any issues with it. Get out my bone folder, line up my edges. Every once in a while the score that I do doesn't quite line up, so I want to make sure I line up my edges first and then line up my Designer Series paper. So I also pre-printed some banners. Celebrate You, which is out of the set. Celebrate You. And when I cut up this, it was 4 by 5 1/4. I ended up with some extra pieces which fit exactly across. so that I could add a little extra element across there. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I could pop this up with dimensionals, so I think I will do that with the banner. And you could put this anywhere. You could put it aside, you could put it in the middle, but since I centered this, I think I will center this. And then I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal on the banner, put it on this extra DSP, center it as best I can. Doesn't have to come out perfect. Remember, it's handmade. And I'll get my dimensionals out. Pop off the backs. And I'm going to line this up somewhere along, I think right there. There. And I have some rhinestones, basic rhinestones, that I can add to give it a little bling. Now how quick and easy was that? Now I'm going to make a whole set. Go through the same again. Line up your edges. Let's find the plaid designer series paper. Add the Stampin' Seal. Line it up. Then we've got our printed image. I'm going to line that up. And I've got my banner. Add the Stampin' Seal. Line it up. Add dimensionals. So this one doesn't line up exactly. It's off just a hair. But the Virgo in me says, you know what, you need to take care of that. So I'm just going to take my snips on the back side and cut it off. And take off the backings. Line it up. Add some bling. Two. So, 1, 2. I'll show them all to you when I'm done. Alright, Sweet Sorbet. Get the plaid. Stampin' Seal. My image. Get the Stampin' Seal. Line it up. You could also put ribbon on here if you had some ribbon. But I'm just trying to keep it all pretty much the same. Stampin' Seal the banner. Line it up. Add the dimensionals. Creating a card does not need to be difficult. Look how easy this is. Line it up. Add some bling. Card number 3. Alright, Starry Sky. I love this bone folder. I don't know if you can see, there's just a little bit of the Stampin' Up! Logo left. That's how long I've had this. Alright, and I want the plaid. Where did I put it? Of course, because I said, oh, here it is. No? Yeah. Alright, I got it. I'm trying to make them all the same. So this would make a great gift. A nice set of cards. Even if you didn't want to give these to someone, you could give them as a gift. Because everybody uses cards. My image. I mean, if you got this as a gift from somebody, you'd be thrilled. And to know that someone made it for you. My banner. And I have to make sure I get the right blue. They're just similar enough. I don't know if you can tell. Is that the right one? See? They're just similar enough. Alright, pop on the banner. Get my dimensionals. Take off the backs. Oops, missed it. Add the bling. Card number 4. And then the last one, the Orchid Oasis. The plaid. Line it up. My image. Stampin' Seal. Oops. It's stuck. It's very stretchy. Line it up. Get my banner. Seal. Line it up. Dimensionals. Peel the backs. Line it up. Add the bling. There. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. nice set to give away as a gift. Alright, so next, I haven't decided if I want to use the ones I already colored, like colored in, or if I want the more delicate ones for the next set. So I guess it will depend on which side I want to use, the stripe or the floral. This is how I go about deciding what I want to do. I just kind of play with, do I like it with the stripe? Do I like it with the floral? Kind of like it with the stripe. However, if I made the cards with these, do I like it with the floral? Or do I like it with the stripe? You know, I think I like the colored in ones with the floral, and the ones where I colored in the stamp, like we did last week. I will show you guys in a minute, if for those of you that missed it, what I did. I think I'm going to go with these. So we'll use, I don't know, yeah, we'll do that. Because stamp and color in is very simple. So we'll use the stripes. I accidentally cut this one the wrong way. I don't know if you can tell. The stripes go the opposite way, but that's okay. Oh, I guess I did it on a couple. So I will show you what I did. So I took this piece of cardstock, which is 2.5 inches wide. I don't know if you can see all the way down here, but it's 2.5 inches wide and 4.5 inches long. And that's what I'm going to use for the stamp. So here we have our stamp already mounted from when we just stamped the monochromatic flowers. And I'm going to color in directly right on here using the paintbrush side. So there's a marker side and a paintbrush side. So the marker side is thin and the paintbrush side has the thicker around it. So I'm just going to color right on the stamp. And it goes pretty easy. It's just a matter of making sure that you get all the correct spots. And then the green. Now the green is most of it because that's the leaves and the stems. So I'm just going to quickly go through here. Hope I don't miss anything or accidentally color the wrong flower with green, which is easy to do because it's hard to tell some of the detail. You have to kind of turn it a little. Can you see where I've colored? Alright. Just color all the green. Oops, almost colored that flower. It's easy to do. So easy to do. You just have to kind of take a section at a time. I want to get this green. Avoid that flower. Make sure I don't leave anything behind up above. You can go back and like I showed you, you know, just tilt it and you can see where the ink is in the light. And it doesn't need to be neat because it's only going to stamp on the stamp part. Just want to make sure I get what I need to get. I think I got it all. If not, I can just quickly draw it. And then this Orchid Oasis, I have this color, these flowers here. I don't know what flowers are what. I'm not overly good at that. They're just pretty to me. I like flowers. I'm just not very good at keeping them alive. I have a very brown thumb. But I do have a basil plant that I've kept alive, which is very surprising. I've had it since last summer. It's the first thing I've been able to grow. It's just amazing to me. All right. And then the sweet sorbet. It feels weird at first coloring the flowers, but yeah, it's pretty easy once you get used to it. And it makes a nice print on the cardstock. Okay, so can you see the shine? So I got everything. Then just to make sure, I want you to go breathe on it in case anything dried. Line it up, stamp it down, and voila. Not pretty? Right, I'm going to quickly clean it because I still have my Stampin' Scrub here, and I like to clean my stamps. All right, back to the cardstock. I'm going to start with Sweet Sorbet. Line it up, score it, varnish it. Fingers aren't very nimble tonight. Put the Stampin' Seal on. Line it up. Now, before I decide, I have not stamped any sentiments, but I do have these extra pieces that I could put on if I wanted. Add a little bit extra element. I could use the plaid. Just trying to show you all the different options that are available, because these are the pieces that I cut off the 6x6 designer series paper. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I could add these flowers. No, I don't really like that. More stripes the other way. Actually looks kind of cool. Let's see. Oh. Too many choices, too many choices. Alright, well first I'm going to pull out a sentiment. And we already did Celebrate You. So how about Thank You for Your Kindness? It's kind of long. Let's do something shorter. The best is yet to come. And I'm going to stamp it here in Memento. So I have my Memento ink. Stamp it up. I'm going to do them all the same. The best is yet to come. Now you could use that for almost anything. Could use it for a birthday. Could use it as a congratulations. You could use it for a graduation, wedding. Clean my stamp. Clean stamp is a happy stamp. And then I think I will do this. I think I'll put all of these on and then I can play with the different variations. But there's so many different ways to be creative just with this one stamp set. And you could make just one card if you wanted, or a set of cards like I am. Two. Line up my edges. Hold them down. My stamp and seal down. Now, I have all these items broken down for you, and I have it on my website. So I have the Dainty Delights stamp set, which is found on page 55 of the mini catalog, and that's $25. And the Memento ink is found on page 129 in the annual Stampin' Up! Catalog, and that is $6. And the note cards and envelopes, which are the ones that we made last week. I don't know where I put them now. Here they are. These are the note cards and envelopes. So you'll get 20 of those for, I think it's 20, for $7. And that's cards and envelopes. And then the Stampin' Write markers are found on page 126 in the annual catalog, and those are $15 for the set of 5. And for anyone that purchases those items, I will send you a paper pumpkin Stampin' block so that you don't have to pre-purchase a block. So these are the blocks, and these are the paper pumpkin blocks. It's a size D for you to mount your stamps on. Because I feel confident that this is a very versatile set to do just about anything with. Alright, so I have my 5 cards. Line them up. And I want to play with them a little bit to see what colors go with what. And I decided I'm using stripes. So I gotta find my stripes. Stripes. I'm missing one. 1, 2. Which color? Oh, the green. I don't like the red on that. That looks pretty. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll put the stripes on the stripes. The dots don't look right. Stripes and stripes it is. Okay. So I'm going to put the first section of paper, which is cut off, so, and then I just cut a little bit off so it's 5.5 by 2. And I'm going to put this right to the edge, edge to edge. And then I'm going to take our stamped image and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. Hey Carol, nice of you to join me. I'll show you the cards that I already made in a few minutes. We're making 5 of the same card, different ways, different colors. Alright. There's the first one. Of course, we have to add our bling. I know you're not a bling person, but I am. So I'm going to put some bling on. Just to add a little. Alright, card number 2. Stamp and seal. Line it up on the edge. Get one of our pre-printed, I pre-printed a couple of them. I showed you how I did one. Yeah, you could watch the replay if you'd like. It didn't take us long. We made 5 cards in the time that you weren't on. Take the backs off. Line it up. Put on the bling. Alright, card number 2. Next. So next Sunday, I'm going to be showing you a new stamp set from the Stampin' Up's 2023-2024 annual catalog. I'm looking forward to it. There are a lot of really neat sets. Some of the stuff that's going to be not discontinued, but on clearance. If it's still available, you'll find on my online store. The link is on my website, ybstamp.com. Can shop with me. Alright. And bling. Oops. There. Stuck to my finger. Card number 3. Next. So I talked to my dad down in Florida. He said it was a beautiful sunny day today. We had a nice sunny day too. I think we hit 57. Heat wave. Alright. Dimensionals. But I'm glad the snow is gone. I like it when it first snows, like in December, and it's nice and pretty. But come February and March, I've had enough. I find these everywhere in my house. All right, next. And bling. Card number 4. And then the last one. Line it up. This is a bit starker, isn't it? That's all right. We'll take it. Oh, almost put stamp and seal on instead of my dimensionals. I love this stamp set. I've used it so often. There's just so much you can do with it. All right, line it up. Bling. All right, card number 5. Show them to you. They all look kind of similar, huh? Put that in the middle, then you can't tell. There. Aren't they pretty? All right, 10 cards, bing. 40 minutes later, we got 10 cards. Not bad. Here are the others, Carol, that we did. We did monochromatic. So, alrighty. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope I've inspired you to try easy. It's very simple to do, but they look great, and you could give it as a gift or send them off to people. Either way, they're handmade and they will love them. So I will see you next week for my product highlight. I can't wait for you to see it. Until then, happy stamping.